Welcome to a report from the cabin. This one's a special one. This one was requested by my younger brother JR. I had done a post on Facebook a while back that showed off my rainwater collection system that I put together, and he did a comment saying I should do a YouTube video. So I'm doing a YouTube video because I took apart my rainwater collection system and redid it. I expanded it, so I doubled the capacity and I moved it. So I figured I'd do a short video showing that off, and with a little explanation of what I did. And it's not perfect, but it works, and I'm pretty proud of what I've got going on so far. And like everything I do at this house, and since I've moved here, it's a learning experience and an experiment, and I enjoy every moment of it. I enjoy everything I get to learn here, and feel free to learn with me, because I'm not afraid to screw up, and I screw up a lot, and it's kind of fun. Because if you're afraid to screw up, then you're afraid to live, and I'm definitely not afraid to live. But so enjoy this little video, and if you see something that you got a question about, feel free to ask. Thank you. So it starts here. We come off of the gutters from one side of the house, which actually feeds from both levels of the house. This is what catches all my leaves and debris. Goes into my first flush diverter, which is an 8-foot tall 4-inch piece of PVC. When this thing fills with water, it will then go into this T here, into this 2-inch PVC, which then will go from here all the way around my deck, which I will pause the recording and take you guys to the other end, to where the actual fill spot is. Over there underneath my deck, I moved my tanks. I actually increased capacity and moved my tanks. So we'll pause and continue there. So here we're coming down into the first tank right here. This is the one that it gets filled, and then this is by no means done, but we expanded our capacity to a total of 4 tanks. I have 2 330-gallon tanks, 2 275-gallon tanks, and they are all plumbed together, which all that has got to get replumbed. Everything I do here is always an experiment, and I learned a lot. Like this pipe right here, a waste. I learned a lot on this, and something very important about using these IBC totes is venting. As water goes in, air's got to come out. I thought I had a good solution for it, but there's a lot simpler one, and simply what it is there's these caps, which I don't know if you can see. They make ones, they have vents in them, and I didn't have to make my own artificial ones. I had made my own artificial ones, and they leaked. Well, these ones don't leak. They're designed to let air out and keep liquids in. So that's what I did. That's working great. So I will replumb this at some point, because it'll be a lot prettier. But I've got 1,200 gallons of water in here already after a couple rains. And then up there you'll see a PVC pipe sticking out. That's my overflow. So when these are full, the water comes in, but then it comes right on out, which will also lead to future expansion when I get more tanks to increase my storage. But it works great. And then to use it, I have the out tube. I just put a valve down here to some 1/2-inch PEX, which this is my first time ever using PEX and shark bite bits and all that stuff. That is the way to go. I just ran the PEX over here to the other side of this gate, and I grabbed one of my old pumps I have. This is just a DC pump I had on hand. Pardon my wonderful camera work. A DC pump that I have. I'll put a switch in here, and 1/2-inch PEX Again, experiment. This stuff's not really ready to be outdoors like this all the time. So we'll see how long this lasts. And to a split here. And that's just for watering the gardens and all that stuff. But it works. You know. And this will run for quite a while. Plenty of good pressure. And it's a nice little setup. But yeah, we got 1,200 gallons of storage, all done solar power. There's a battery inside the house. We'll check that out real quick. This still needs to be updated. The batteries bank is right down here, with just a cheap $20 Amazon solar charge controller. And that's a long-term project to update and upgrade that. That's just time and money to do all that. The water storage stuff was fairly inexpensive. You know, get on Craigslist to find this stuff. Food grade, like this stuff stored Splenda. So I'm pretty cool with putting water through that and putting that on my gardens. So I'm not nervous about that at all. I won't drink any of this water. I have long-term goals of taking this water and then in a power outage being able to reverse plumb it into the house. But to do that, I will be putting a filter system on it to make it safe so I can drink it. And I do have plans for all of that. Again, that's cost-wise, that's not that much, and I'll do videos on that down the road too. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. So this stuff's kind of fun, and everything I do here is just one great big experiment. So I'm learning as I go, and learning that I don't like plumbing at all. But like I said, it's kind of fun. I plan on at least making this 5,000 gallons or more. So I'll probably add another 4 more of these tanks in this space, and it's kind of great. It fits perfectly, stacked perfectly underneath my deck here. And I can probably do underneath here, I can probably move the generator and move the generator over down here if I want to, and I can probably bring 3 or 4 more tanks in a row feeding from here, and there's a downspout over there, and that will literally feed from all of my roof except for my front porch. And my calculations just off of the rainfall here in Virginia, that's going to be, you know, 24,000 gallons of rainwater that I would be able to collect. I won't have enough storage for that, but I think, you know, there's some smart people out there that figured out that for 1,000 square feet, if you have 1,000 square feet of roof surface and you get 1 inch of rain, that's 600 gallons of potential water you can collect. So there's a math formula in there. So you know, for all you smart people out there, you can do that math formula. So I got 1,200 gallons there, and in literally, you know, a weekend I filled that. So you can imagine how much rain we get here, you know, recently. But it doesn't take much to fill that, and it, you know, I could let that run for hours and I wouldn't use half of it. But free water, it's kind of fun to do. There you go. If you got questions, fire away. Well, that's it for my little video here. I apologize for the crappy video editing. You have no idea how much work this was for me to put this together. But Cooper thanks you all for watching this, and enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, well, tough. You get what you pay for. You didn't pay all that much for this, did you? But you'll see these every now and then. Probably not a lot, because I live in the middle of nowhere. My internet's based on satellite, so uploading these things take a long time, and which means these will be once in a blue moon. But they're still fun for me. You guys have a good one.